Welcome back to Half A Hot Rods. This time around we're going to show you how to get a little more low out of your C10 R10 C1500, basically anything with leaf springs. And we're going to show you how to do it inexpensively, and then we're going to show you how to do it almost for free. Stick around. And if you want to know how we got the front end a little more low or less high or dropped or slammed or lowered, go back to a couple weeks ago and check out our other video on this truck, how to lower your C10 for free. Almost. All right, we're back out here for the beginning of day 2. Today is Wyatt's birthday, so we're going to have to take a break in 2 hours to have birthday dinner. We didn't get anything else done. The front is down, but we're probably going to take it apart again, and it's going to be more down. But we decided to put the drop kit on the back. How much is the drop on the back?
4 inch.
4 inches. So it's shackles and hangers. I guess I can show you. Extended shackles and hangers that relocate the mounting point higher. You can re-drill your frame and move your stock shackles up. There's room to do it. We did it on Maverick's truck, but this is a simpler bolt-in deal, so you don't have to drill a bunch of holes or figure it out or worry about getting them cockeyed. So we're going to start with the shackles. We will start by pulling the shackle bolts out.
From the leaf spring side or the body side?
Yes. We got a block and a jack under the bumper to support that, and then we will, you got it unloaded, right? Like you got it jacked up so it's unloaded the suspension?
It's as high as it'll go.
Okay, yeah, we may need another block, but let's see if we can get the bolts out that way. You just, yep. If I remember right, you can get an impact in there.
Pretty good.
Is that it?
13/16.
Okay, what size is the nut?
This one's cracked.
Is it? We'll get a different one then.
It's gonna be bigger for the nut.
Okay. Let me have that one. I mean, we can use the cracked one and just go till it explodes. But it might not take long. Probably because somebody didn't use the correct socket for an impact. Some kind of amp.
I don't know who would have done that. We do everything by the book here on Half A Hot Rods.
Indeed. Close your eyes. And your mouth.
Safety squints.
Going the right way?
Yeah.
Try going the other way for a second and then going back. Oh, now it's going to squeak and knock that chingadera out of there.
Breaker bar. Hold on.
You just hold the wrench and close your eyes. Ready?
Don't worry, I got my safety glasses on, I can watch it. Stopped.
Hold on. Going forward. Battery's dead.
Reload!
Ready?
Yep.
Forward. Backward. Forward a little. Backward. Forward. Backward. Forward. Hot?
It's gonna be!
Oh, impact's in the way. This would probably be a good time to lubricate all the rest of those. That's not, yeah, that's pretty toasty.
That's why I kind of freaked out when I saw that it was gonna fall on me.
I mean, the good news is it wouldn't hurt me. I don't know how far. Yeah, we can go a little ways.
Even that's a little worn.
You might want to just let that sit in there while we get the other one loose.
The top one?
Yeah. Think she's going to back out any better?
Maybe. I doubt it, actually.
You move pretty quick for a big guy.
You want to grab them so I don't rest my arm on them?
Not very bad. They're hot. Just, you'll find them.
Where did the wrenches stop? Here, feel it.
Hey. Just got branded by a 7/8 wrench. Richard Cranium. Yeah.
Yeah, that's warm.
Now we just have to figure out if we got that loose or not.
And how do we do that?
Well, that's all the jack we got?
Yep.
Probably should have figured that out before we should have used both blocks so we had more up and
I
down.
didn't really have room for both blocks.
Oh, you couldn't get them both in there?
No. If we had half of one of those blocks, it would have worked.
Yeah. Just... Look at that! Okay. Piece of pie.
Look at these puny little things.
Alright, let's go compare them to the other ones. Or I'll bring it back to you.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
I'm a gimp and a pimp with a little bit of limp.
That's not accurate.
Are you sure?
Alright, so the length. You think you're going to gain this whole length, right? But really you're only going to gain half of it because you're at one end of the leaf spring. So the other end doesn't change, so you're pivoting, so you're not gaining that total length. Does that make sense? Okay. So if this is 3 inches drop, 3 inches longer than the old one, you're only going to gain like 1.5 inches.
So that should be 4 inches longer than the old one. Because I need 2 inches of drop on the back and 2 inches on the front.
Yeah, sure.
Or maybe it's like 1.5 inches on the back and...
Which way does it go? Probably this way. Because that way the leaf spring's got somewhere to live.
Do we need to cut the bed first?
Do you need to cut the bed for those?
I'd say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so now we gotta zip zing the bed.
Which hole do I go in?
We should have done that before we did this.
Which one of these?
Go in the longest one.
Yeah, it would be low.
You want the most drop, right?
Heck yeah, brother.
Alright.
Or father. I'm gonna let you cut that because you've done it before.
Why?
Because you've done it before.
Metal, bro. Alright.
I present.
Whatever blows your dress up, honey.
I'm not wearing a dress. I'm wearing jeans. As a matter of fact, do you want this free? That's really thin metal.
I really got that crooked. Okay, it's not mine. We're going to try and make this look as least terrible as we can.
Whoa!
I love it when it does that. Yep.
Look, and now you got lift blocks.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah!
Exactly what I intended to do. The problem is I don't think I gave myself enough room on the inside. Because I gotta have
fit.
room for the shackle to ride. It might be, but I'll give it just a little more.
You want to see how tight these jeans fit on you?
gonna fit tight.
Let's say it's 486, half-ton, two-wheel drive. Wow! I don't know if it moved or not.
I don't. It probably didn't. We want it to be snug. That's good. There's no good, real good way to tap it in there with it. With the bed on.
Lay it. What if you lay it flat towards you, tap it in with a sand mallet, put the bolt in, and then we can
I don't know if that's even
tap it the other way.
Let's get a little lubrication in the situation, and then we'll grab that mallet.
Grab the roll of glass cleaner.
I was thinking of actual lubricant, but that'll work too.
You want a sand mallet too?
Probably.
Little or big?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh wait, I think I just.
Never mind.
Well, I got one end anyway. How did this turn into me doing it? I thought you were doing it.
Well, I thought you were just going to test fit it to make sure your gap was big enough. You just kept on going. I wasn't going to stop you.
I need to push this way. Stop.
Alright, start letting her down just a little bit. The bolt is trying to go right against the bed frame.
Go the other way. Go from the inside out. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's hitting the support. I don't remember having that trouble before. I really don't remember having that trouble before on any of them I've done. Maybe we need to put the top in first.
We gotta cut. This inside piece here where you cut. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to take it even with the frame rail almost.
Oh.
Because we're hitting the nut right here.
Oh, great. Okay.
Well,
all right.
what it is.
Take her back apart. That's the thing. I hate using grinders and stuff in awkward positions.
Well, you're better off to hold it up and twist it and move it and hold it and twist it and move it until you get the position you like and then try it. you get like half a hole, stick a heavy screwdriver in it and try and bring it down that way.
Hopefully I didn't bugger up these threads.
You'll be fine.
This should be pretty hard.
Drop it.
Like it's hot?
Oh, see.
Ooh, that did not sound good.
That's definitely rubbing the bed. It's really not that much lower.
It'll self-clearance.
That definitely dropped it.
Look at it compared to this side, though.
Did you do this side already?
No.
Yeah.
That's just the shackle.
Idiot.
I was gonna say that doesn't look different at all.
This one's sky high.
Take it out.
What's this?
That's a shackle.
What shackle is this?
It makes the leaf spring on the truck hold up.
Okay.
But I'm putting longer ones in so it's low and I can say no quema.
That's what I get. Truck.
Yeah, that's my truck. Hey, can you say no quema?
Hey, what?
No.
Camera. Hey, what's that? What?
That's the carburetor. Hey, say it with me. Say no.
No.
Quema.
Camera.
K.
Cup.
No quema.
No camera.
Say it again.
Camera.
No quema.
No camera.
No quema. What about puro traqueando? Hey, can you say puro traqueando? Ah, that one needs work. That there is called a manual transmission.
How works? How that works?
You're asking the good questions. I have no idea how a transmission works. Hey, where's your people?
I thought you were a professional with trannies.
Did they just get you and go to the house? Hey. Hold on. Hey, dude, all your peoples are up there.
All right, so Wyatt and Ricardo found somebody to answer David's questions and handed him off to them. They went ahead and finished the shackles on the rear, and then they moved to the hangers on the front of the truck. They didn't get any good video of that, so I'm going to show you on this truck with exposed frame, and we'll talk about a couple options. First, we'll kind of revisit the shackles. This one has the same type of situation. So that's all they did was replace this with a longer one, which moves this up here and in effect moves the frame down. So then we move to the front, and this is the front spring hanger. On a square body, those sit more level than this one does. So they would sit, this is the old one actually off Wyatt's truck, so they would sit about like this. And on a square body, there's actually room, if you wanted to, you could drill new holes and just move this up as much or as little as you wanted to. That's what we did on Maverick's dually, this truck. And we did that basically for free. We went and bought some new grade 8 hardware and just drilled and cut out the rivets. So the rivets, I shouldn't say drilled, we cut them out. So this is what this rivet looks like on this truck. This is what it's going to look like on your square body. And what you do with that, the easiest way to get them out is to take your cutoff wheel and just cut at least one line across, if not, if you can get two. And then you can take an air hammer with a chisel bit and just chip that off, and then you take your pointed bit and just drive them out and they'll pop out the other side. When you do that, Obviously, you're going to need to replace those with bolts, at least grade 8 hardware. Wyatt's kit came with new bolts, and it essentially just moved this mounting point. So it's a different bracket, so it just moved this mounting point up to here, but used the same mounting points on here. So these stayed in the same place, no new holes drilled in the frame, and we just moved this bolt from there to about here, which again is raising the spring and effectively lowering the truck. So that kit off eBay was about 120 bucks. He couldn't find the name brand of it. It may not have a name brand because it was pretty inexpensive. The other option for lowering these trucks or cars, anything with leaf springs basically, is to take the springs and move them under the axle. It's called a flip kit. Sometimes you'll run out of clearance here and you'll have to C-notch the frame in order to make room for that. But when you do that drop, you drop it the thickness of the springs plus the thickness of the axle. So it's a pretty significant change. It's like a 6-inch drop. Again, there's more suspension issues there. Shocks, he didn't change shocks. He should, or add extensions, because those ones right now are probably going to want to bottom out, but that's the worst problem he's going to have with them, and they're already trashed, so he's just saving his money till he can buy lower-end shocks. So what I'm saying is you don't have to right away, but you probably should. So altogether, lower and front and rear, because he bought the kit, he spent about 200 bucks, 120 for the kit, 80 for the alignment, nothing for anything else. You can do just shackles on the back of these and then move those hangers up. I think the best price I've seen on those shackles is about 40 bucks a pair, which is, I mean, not terrible as car parts go. So yeah, that's all it takes to lower a square body or anything with coil and leaf springs, really. If you didn't see the first video where we did the front, go back and check that out. We just pulled the springs out and cut them, cleaned everything up, put it back together. He decided to stick with that height. It's a pretty simple process. It just can be time consuming, and if the rust is fighting you, then it can get interesting. So this is Maverick's truck. It's up on blocks because we're doing a updated transmission in it, but you can see the ride height on it is really good, and it is just longer shackles in the back and relocated hangers. So there you can see his hangers where we moved them up, and they just straddle that bed support. That's another option if you're trying to save a little money. That obviously you don't have the lower support, but the only thing this truck's going to haul is butt, so we're not too worried about that. Man, it'll look good doing it. There's the next thing coming on that one. All right, if you like what we're doing here, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Hit that like button, give us a thumbs up down below the video, and as always, I appreciate you watching. Remember, if we can do it, you can do it. See you next time.